We should be live. I believe we are live right now. I believe we are live now. Okay. Check, check, microphone check. All right. What's up, y'all? All right. Just getting started here today. Another little unannounced stream. All right. Check, check, microphone check. Gonna open up my app here. Try to copy the live link. And we're gonna drop that right into Instagram. And then we're gonna go live on Instagram too real quick, just to see if we can get some more people to come say hi. All right. We are live here on Instagram while we are live here on YouTube. And there's my pup. And there's my girlfriend. And there's the camera. Just wanted to tell everyone I'm doing a little surprise stream right now. Going to be live on YouTube. So put the link right now into my bio here on Instagram. So if you guys want to check out the live stream on YouTube, come on over. We just got started. Everyone on YouTube's watching me do this right now. So just doing a little cross promotion here. Little surprise Saturday morning stream again here while I'm getting used to my new setup and everything. But yeah, we're live over on YouTube, y'all. So go ahead and head to the link in my bio and come hang out. Cheers. All right, we're going to make a couple little posts here while we let people come and join the stream. Kind of doing a little surprise thing here. What's up, Bowman? How you doing? You're in Arkansas, boy. It's morning over here in the West Coast. How you doing, though, man? I miss you, Travis. How are you? What's up, Jacob? How you doing? Making a quick little post to Instagram. All right. And even though I don't really want to, we're going to make a quick post to Facebook too. Why not? So we're going to go ahead and just, we're just going to have fun doing it this way. Okay. I'm going to start another little live video here. What's up, y'all? Adrian Blue here, and we're live right now on YouTube. I just wanted to let you guys know here on Facebook. So if you guys want to come check out the fun, just doing a little surprise Saturday morning stream here, you can get the link in the comments down below. All right. Come hang out. All right. I'm doing pretty good, Jacob. I'm just just trying to do these little surprise streams to get myself into a groove here with this live stuff. And yeah, I'm kind of in a little bit of a writing rut, so I figure what better way to get myself out of that by going live. So let me just post one more thing here. The live link on Facebook's little clip that we posted, and then we're done messing with my phone here live on YouTube. All right. Now, Travis is right. It is a late morning. Half the morning is gone here in California. It's about 10:45, but 10:48. Whatever. Time is not a thing right now for me. But happy Saturday, y'all. Let's yeah. Let's just get a little sound check on the guitar here too. What do you guys think? Should I turn the guitar up a little more? Nice mug. Borrowing my girlfriend's mug here. Thanks, sweetie. What's up, Roger? How you doing? Good morning. Kid Clutch. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, Zion. Miss you, brother. How are you doing? How's the moms? Hey, Logan. What's up? Guitar sounding good? Guitar got a good level? Messing around, making sure it's sounding like a good level out there. Trying a couple different things every time on these live streams. Really just trying to fine tune them for you guys, but should sound pretty good. It sounds okay over here. Trying to get a really good balance here between the mic gain and the guitar of direct input, and so that way I can keep them both on simultaneously instead of having to do this whole muting game constantly, and I can just kind of keep a good balance going live. So, all right. I can hear it from the Midwest. That's rad, man. Well, good. I'm glad to hear your mom's is doing okay. Glad to hear you're doing okay. I miss you, and hope to be doing shows again soon. It's an old friend of mine there, Zion. All right. I got some kind of little bit of dead buzzy strings, but you know, I don't need to be changing strings constantly for all these live things while I'm in the middle of recording new tracks and stuff. But yeah, I've been practicing a lot and doing some kind of dry runs here on my little station in the corner here for the live streaming stuff. And then I'm gonna get ready to do some actual tracking not too long in my little studio room that I set up over here. So I've been kind of doing some practice mixes and runs and stuff, but we're almost there. Yo, Kyle in Mexico. Ah, man, I'm jealous as hell. Hope you and your girl are doing good, man. Miss you, bud. Settings here. Kind of running a few different methods of getting my plugins to go live right now. Not that many of you probably care about that, but I'm just trying something new, so bear with me if anything goes wrong. But this is kind of a no rules, no hold bar kind of thing with this live stuff I'm doing. I'm doing them unannounced for the moment here. Just to sort of get into a rhythm and a groove with this setup. This stuff's taken me months to design and figure out with this live streaming stuff and actually get it to look and sound good for you guys. So, all good, bud. What's up? Nate Lopez, what's up, bro? Hope you're doing okay, man. I hope you and Honey are safe. And I know those fires, man, it's crazy right now. I don't know if you guys know, but California is just on fire right now. It's crazy. And my buddy Nate, I want to make sure he's okay. Matis Darko, what's up? Slovak, greetings, bro. That's awesome. Arkanjo? Am I saying that right? It's all good, bro. How y'all doing? Don't worry about missing the Facebook thing. I've been crazy busy too, bro. Well, stay safe, Nate. If you don't have something figured out already, let me know. Yes, I'm still playing a Furk guitar. I know I got a kind of an odd angle right now. I could probably adjust this angle just a slight bit. It's a little bit better. I'm working on getting a nicer little background situation going over here. My apartment's got this yellow paint and I hate it, but I think we got a pretty good picture quality here, and you can see the guitar a little more. But I'm still playing Furk. This is my Furk 7-string, the prototype that we designed together in Europe. And we are still working towards a goal of getting a production model out there. It's just things have slowed down and changed drastically for what we had planned just because of COVID and everything going on right now. And Furk is still doing great, as far as business goes. Their employees are safe, and they're staying as busy as they can, following protocols and such. But, what we had planned is just going on a little bit of a back burner. But we are working towards getting this production model 7-string out there for you guys. I'm really in love with this guitar still. I'm just unlocking new things on it on a regular basis. But, yeah, this is still my Furk guitar. Kyle, I'm using an Apollo X4 to do my audio right now. So it's my interface and it runs all the live plugins. So I actually don't have to use a DAW at all. But I'm using Streamlabs, and I don't have to use any sort of encoder or like loopback or anything like that. Luckily, everything's running really flawless and seamlessly right now. It's taken me a long time to figure it out, but let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you got any suggestions. Let me know if we should be getting really clear audio between the guitar and the mic, and we should be getting a pretty solid, no frame drop kind of feed going. But I try to keep it just at 720p, 60 frames, just because I think that that's the best method for everyone to get a clean feed going from wherever they are in the world. But hey, what's up, Derek? Welcome. Somya, thank you so much. I appreciate that I inspire you. That's what it's all about, That's sort of why I'm here live, because I need some inspiration. So y'all are going to help me out with that. Dude, I already know you're inspired by the tacos in Mexico right now, Kyle, because that's the only place you can really get like the best tacos. It's yeah, I pretty much spent all my money every time I'm in Mexico on food, you know. A lot of people go doing a lot of sightseeing and maybe buy souvenirs or drinking. I just buy hell of food, just nothing but food. Cool, I'm glad it looks and sounds great. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of these guitars as well. Matos, hopefully I'm saying that right, bro. You can go ahead and correct me. I like getting corrected when it comes to pronouncing things. Um, I'm a big fan of these guitars too. You know, I had an opportunity to visit the Czech Republic last year and go on a tour, FERC sponsored tour. So we went out with some guitars and a couple of reps, including Petr Furk, who's the CEO and the son of František Furk, and they're just awesome people, awesome family, and the factory is just beautiful and incredible. It's this old historic mill that has been renovated and turned into a guitar factory over the past 40 some odd years, and it's just absolutely incredible. So a chance to play local grown. Oh man, I can definitely play something similar. I'm not gonna get the harp guitar out just because well, that thing's just a nightmare for pickups and stuff. But I got an old harp guitar that needs a lot of work. But I'll play something similar. What goes on in my mind when it comes to my music, man? Well, I mean, to be honest, usually it's all about not having a whole lot go on in your mind, to be honest, when it comes to trying to put music together or playing and stuff like that. But tempo, rhythm, and melody and stuff like that, I mean, I work on things in pieces and parts in a lot of ways, When it comes to practicing, I try to do things that I'm not good at. When it comes to rehearsing, I try to, get ready for a live performance or a tour. When it comes to writing, I like to just really kind of do a no holds bar approach where I'll write usually first unplugged, and I'll just sort of play with ideas in a quiet environment. Usually getting more inspired by getting outside of my, home in my studio, right? So I take the guitar somewhere, work on ideas and riffs. Usually somewhere outside is helpful. Right now, I'm not able to do that a lot, right? So I've been just kind of staying in the studio. And so what I've been doing is really playing with different tempos on my metronome and stuff and when I'm working here in the DAW. And I'll usually play with headphones and stuff just because I got an apartment, right? So, it just helps with getting more of a focused environment and getting the headphone mix going. And I will basically play with different tempos and play with a metronome constantly until I find something that I feel like I am enjoying when it comes to the tempo and the rhythm. And then I'll just start working on pieces and parts. I usually work on riffs first, melody later. And I'm trying to break out of that habit with some of my writing, but nothing's absolute. I'll definitely, String Slinger is a hell of a workout, bro. That's a hell of a song. The groove is really fun though. That's honestly like one of the hardest songs for me to play just because of the stamina it requires. Do I still pick up the baritone? Well, actually, I sent my two baritones over to the factory in Czech Republic, the Furk factory, to get worked on. So they are they're going to come back eventually. So, but right now I'm just working on the 7-string almost exclusively for right now. Oh man, yeah, I know, Derek. We were going to do that lesson in Arizona, man. But we'll do it again sometime in the future. I got to move this little donation thing a little bit over. You guys will excuse me. All right. I realized I moved the camera right. Oh, popped my little ergoplay thing off. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this thing that I got going on my lower bout of my guitar, but it's called an ergoplay, and it's something that Antoine showed me, but it's made by a guy in, I think, Germany, and he's a player, and this thing sticks on your guitar, kind of gives you a nice ergonomic angle with that lower bout, keeps it at that upright angle, whereas like it would be down here, right? I still use a strap just to kind of keep it balanced, but yeah. All right, speaking of tempos and stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and like pick one. I'm gonna mess with something. Let's see. think I'm going to take a sip of my coffee and just kind of play around with some ideas. We might play some songs. If you guys have any requests, I'll play a couple of the tunes that you guys are familiar with, ones that I can play. And then who knows, maybe I'll throw myself to the wolves and try to relearn a tune live here. Why not? There's plenty of tunes of mine that I haven't practiced in a long time, so hey. Return to Dawn, definitely going to play Return to Dawn, bro. That's awesome that you saw that video. Yeah, I had a lot of really cool opportunities to do some stuff with some different publishing and stuff like that when I was out there in Eastern Europe. So I'm glad that you got to see that video. Awesome. keep rocking out too hard, pushing this little ergo device off. Just having fun here, improvising right now, actually. Actually, Archie, I'm actually improvising in standard right now, but it's a 7-string, right? So, but the way I tuned it is instead of like a 7-string where it's standard guitar and then a low B, I tuned it baritone standard with a high string that's tuned right now to D flat, just to kind of give me some play with this couple of keys that I'm playing in here. What up, Austin? It's good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing all right. Excuse me. Hope you're doing all right. That's my bear. She wants to come say hi. Hi, Bobo. Come here. Aw. My dog's trying to come say hi live on stream. Oh, stay away from the camera, honey. Yeah, there you go. Hi, honey. She's a sweetie bear. Hi. One of these days, I'll like you do a little pet camo live for you guys. Reading keys on alternate tunings. Well, I don't read keys. I cheat when it comes to anything notation wise. I use my ear. You know, I always have, even when I was in college. It's kind of why I got kicked out, right? But not kicked out, but you know, it's one of those things where when I was in school studying, I always cheated. I always used my ear, and eventually that doesn't fly when you're doing notation kind of work, classical and stuff like that. So I never really picked that back up. What I've been doing mostly is going back to the fretboard, right? Going back to standard tuning and learning a lot of shapes and intervals and scales and modes. And I can hear keys now, and I can identify them in some ways, but I have to kind of refer to the fretboard. But I mostly work in tab, and I cheat even with that. I use MIDI controllers and stuff to track my playing and kind of build a skeleton for me in Guitar Pro, and then I go in and correct it, you know? Yeah, I mean, I don't think reading comes at a loss when it comes to modern fingerstyle. I'm just still going back and cleaning up, the muck, so to speak. I chose to ignore a lot of things earlier on in my playing, and now that I'm, coming back to a lot of practice and learning and just writing in general and shedding in general, I am coming back to a lot of theory stuff. I'm doing it by studying like a lot of Brazilian kind of music, but it's a work in progress, So, and for me, it's I don't need it to write, right? But it is something I need to work on. It's my weakness as far as being a rounded player goes. So I never think that it can get in the way, but I do think that you don't need it to write music, and you don't need to wait to get to a certain point when it comes to your knowledge of theory in order to start writing. Same with technique either. You don't need to be perfect to get out there and start writing or performing even, Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Guitar Wizard. Well, I appreciate that. That's nice of you. We're getting a lot of focus on the mic here, but it's okay. So I got this lens, right? It's maybe I can. Who knows? Maybe I can point this up more. Maybe I can have it come out from the side. But I got this lens right here. It's a 30mm Sigma. I've got it on autofocus. We might try to play with some more manual focus settings, but I'm waiting for a new 16mm before I try to mess with more settings on the camera. But I'm getting used to this whole live streaming and using a mirrorless camera like this Sony Alpha that I got here. So I'm figuring it all out, y'all. How to develop perfect pitch? Well, listen to a lot of pitches and try to challenge yourself. I mean, there's a lot of methods to develop perfect pitch that you can look online. I certainly don't have perfect pitch, but I do a lot of things to really challenge myself when it comes to pitch. Some things when it comes to, for example, like, playing live. When I play live, right, I don't typically use a tuner so much. I'll sort of like use my ear. If it's a really loud situation with a band and a crazy crowd, obviously you got to use some tuners and things like that. But a lot of times I learn to tune and talk, and I will listen, not coming through the sound system, but just like I am like right now, say say right now I got some sound coming out, but say I click mute on it, right? And I'll sit there and talk like this and be like, oh hey, what's up guys, how we doing today? That last song was called da 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 da. Really glad to be here, folks. This next song here is called da 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 da, and it's dedicated to my friend blah blah blah, or it's about blah blah blah. And I'm doing this method that's like kind of like called a harmonic to fret ratio tuning, which is something I learned from Eric Roche in his book, The Acoustic Guitar Bible. All right. What's up, y'all? Just getting back to reality real quick there. Kind of went off and played a little kind of reminiscent thing. A local grown there. I know that was it Archie? Were you asking for that? So this sounds kind of like that one right there. That's the same kind of chord structure and keys right there, but in a different key. I'm in baritone standard 7-string kind of thing that I'm working with right now. Hey, I'm glad that I'm teaching you, Somya. I'm glad that I can help anyone. Always be sure to ask questions if you can, and I am working on some of the content for the Patreon, or we're thinking about launching stuff through my website when we do the exclusive content for all the instructionals. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play my songs on standard 6-string. You know, I know they're all written on baritone 6-string, but we're going to teach you how to play them on standard 6-string. Anyone who has a baritone, they can, you know, obviously get some more curated content for them and stuff. But I think a lot of people have a standard 6-string, so we're going to do the exclusive content either on Patreon or through my website. We don't know quite yet. We're figuring it out, but I'm doing lots of filming. I got a new lens coming to do some even more shots and stuff. The room's almost done getting set up to do a better backdrop situation for reshooting some of the segments. And yeah, glad to have you guys here live on YouTube. You don't think you're good for composition? Nah, don't think about that, man. Just do it. The way you get better at composing is by just forcing yourself to do it, man. You got to jump in the deep end a little bit when it comes to that. What up, Ryan? You and Aaron and Simon are slapping right now? That's what's up. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys are, listen, man. Say what's up to the homies for me. Teratsuki. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in from Japan. Hajime mashite. Dozo yoroshiku. Oh, you're thinking of getting a Furuk. What's up? No Me Without You. That's awesome. The Furuk guitars are... The reason I found Furuk guitars is I'm glad that you asked how they held up for me, considering that I have such a heavy right-handed technique doing all this percussion and alter tuning, and I just generally beat the guitar up more, and traveling with different humidity changes and stuff really pushes them to the test. So the reason I found Furuk is because I actually was having problems ruining guitars constantly. And albeit I was using used guitars that weren't quite in the price point that I'm using in now, I was still using some nice guitars, some Alvarez's and some Taylors, some Ibanez's and stuff, and I was basically ruining guitars on a regular basis, playing gigs and beating them up with my right hand. And I went on a small tour with Antoine Dufour in 2013, I believe, and the tour, we ended up going to the Healdsburg Guitar Festival, which is it's like a boutique guitar show in the Santa Rosa area in California, or it was, I should say. And basically, it's all these luthiers with really nice guitars, right? Famous guitar builders all over the world. And some of these guitars cost like 6 figures and stuff, right? And I played them all, and some of them play really great. Some of them I think are kind of hocus pocus, but some of them played incredible. But we stayed at a buddy of Antoine's house, at his house, and he had a Furuk guitar. And I kept playing it every night when we'd leave this convention, checking out all these really expensive, godlike guitars. And then I went and played the, $3,000-$4,000 Furuk guitar that was at Antoine's buddy's house that used to belong to Antoine. It was Antoine's old signature model Furuk. And albeit that's a really nice Furuk, they're all built in a very similar fashion with the way that they do their setups, their lacquer, their CNR system with the neck and stuff. And it is the structurally strongest guitar I've run into. I mean, I beat the hell out of this thing. I take it out in 100-degree weather. I mean, you're not supposed to, but I do it sometimes, albeit it's in a really nice case with humidipacks. But when I went on tour across the country last year, in the middle of the summer, we went through Arizona when it was 116 degrees. We did an 8-hour drive to get to a gig, and my guitars were in a black 6x10 trailer the entire time. And the other guitar didn't hold up, and this one did. The other guitar was a Furuk, but it was not in the right case, did not have humidipacks or anything. This one was in the correct case with humidipacks, and it just held up. So my point is, if you do things right, this guitar is really strong. Return to Dawn. I got to play Return to Dawn. What up, Aaron? Before we tune down to some Return to Dawn stuff, I don't know. What maybe I should try playing some newer tunes. challenge myself a little bit here. I'm trying to like force myself to, you know, work on these tunes by just going live with you guys. So let's see if I can do that right now real quick. I'm going to set a little tempo here for... You dream to own a Schwartz? Yeah, Sheldon Schwartz makes some hella guitars, man. I definitely want to own some nice guitars in the future. I actually plan on working with Mario Borgard. We have already begun working together. In fact, we had been doing a build before my relationship with Furek developed further, and we decided to put some things on the back burner. But we do have some things coming up in the future. We ended up working on a build together, so I do have some other instruments coming. But my workhorse is when it comes to, you know, traveling and having a production model that's reliable. Furek has been, you know, reliable for about 6-7 years now. I've been playing these guitars, but yeah, it's my dream to own one of those beautiful handmade guitars from some of the best builders as well. And I do have something coming from Mario Borgard. Well, I hope you replace your guitar with a Furek as well. I think that they're an incredible guitar to step up to, and you get a lot more bang for your buck, I think, than a lot of some of the other companies. Love Taylor and Love Martin and stuff too. You know, I grew up playing and hearing some of those guitars. They were iconic for me, but I think that Furek gives you the most bang for your buck when it comes to a handmade instrument. having fun there. All right, I think it's time we, well, first off, I need some water. And I think it's time we play some songs that you guys know. Just want to improv and get out of a little writing rut. And I usually do that by playing shows. You know, I actually throw myself to the wolves and I play stuff that I'm working on live and improv within it. And that sort of pushes me into new territory. That's kind of a tactic I've been using for years with, you know, doing bar gigs and stuff. Obviously, you know, a big important show, you know, I might not do that, but I do a lot of these little gigs, or at least I have in the past, not in the past year or two so much, but in the past I've done a lot of smaller gigs where it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like live practice. People are drinking and partying and doing stuff, and you're sort of more background music, maybe you and your band, or maybe you're solo, but that's a great chance to really test your metal and try something that you've been working on. So that's sort of what I'm doing here live. I'm just improvising and trying stuff. But now we're going to play, I think, Return to Dawn. A couple people asked for it now. So, and then I'll play New Silver Breeze, probably. String Slinger, Rainfall. All right. How's everyone doing today? It's getting warm here in my apartment. But, you know, we'll just have to, we'll treat it like a workout here. Alright, I think I'm going to play Return to Dawn here. I haven't played that in a little bit. And playing it on the 7-string is always kind of a new challenge, right? Yeah, sweat out the ash. Damn right. Where I'm living is kind of on fire right now. It's a little crazy. Alright, here we go. This one's called Return to Dawn. Gotta set the tempo. All right. Getting nice and warm here in my apartment. But you know what? We're just going to sweat it out. Did a little bit of a tune Return to Dawn there. Might play some more tunes here. I think someone asked for New Silver Breeze, my buddy from Japan here, Taratsuki. But yeah, just doing kind of an surprise stream here again on Saturday. I'm working my way into picking a regular date that I do a regular day of the week, excuse me, that I do a live stream session. So what I'm trying to do is work my way into getting ready to do kind of an exclusive streaming kind of thing for members, either through Patreon or another platform, depending on what we choose. And then I'll still be doing regular live streams like concerts and stuff like that, little Q&As and that sort of thing. And I think it's mostly going to live here on YouTube. And then I am going to be doing some game streaming on Twitch eventually. I'm getting that all dialed in, and it's doing pretty good so far, but waiting for another capture card just so I can simultaneously run our game and the mirrorless camera that I got going right here. And we got a new lens coming to get some more segments done for the instructional series. So I'm glad that inspired you to pick up your acoustic guitar again, man. That's awesome. I grew up playing a lot of metal too on electric guitar, and I don't know, I had to put it down for a while just because things weren't vibing in my life, and the guitar kind of lost a passion for me when I was into electric guitar and heavy stuff growing up. And then I got back into music from this acoustic fingerstyle stuff, just seeing how I could push myself and what I heard in my head with just this as the tool, right? So I'm glad I could inspire you, bud. I'm always looking for inspiration too, so this inspires me, having you guys say things like that and just hang out and chat and enjoy the live stream. So hope everyone's doing okay and staying safe. Yeah, this is the only thing you got the notification bell for. That's awesome, Don. I appreciate you. All right. I think I'm gonna play New Silver Breeze. I think that's what we're gonna play next. I'm gonna take a little moment to make sure I'm in tune here. All right. I'm gonna pop that low string a little bit, give it some life again. Hit the harmonics so my tuner can actually hear the fundamental frequency and not the overtones. You guys ever see that problem when you're using tuners? It kind of goes wonky. It tells you it's more than one note. It's because of the fundamentals not being able to, be heard through the overtones. So you got to sort of mute everything else, and sometimes just hit a harmonic so that the fundamentals of the open string don't get in the way. But yeah, let's do New Silver Breeze. So New Silver Breeze is a tune that I put together. Well, I started putting together when I was spending time in Brazil, in a place called Nova Prata, and that's in Porto Alegre, and it's an awesome little small town in the countryside. Beautiful place, beautiful people, and I just was in love with everything there, including the weather. And so on the terrace of the little balcony, I spent a lot of time working on this song that came to me. So I called it New Silver Breeze because Nova Prata means New Silver City. So this one's dedicated to all my buddies out there. And so cheers. This one's also for my buddy from Japan here, Taratsuki. Hope you enjoy. I'm still figuring things out. As far as the donation go, Rohith here's asking why can't we donate here on YouTube? I've been mostly doing donations through PayPal through the past years, and I'm going to either incorporate a donation link through Twitch and Streamlabs here on YouTube, or I'm going to just have all of them open, or I might be doing my membership service here through YouTube in the future instead of Patreon. We're not quite sure yet, so that's why you can't donate right now through YouTube here. But if you guys can donate through the link up here to the left of my head here through PayPal, that'd be awesome. But don't worry about it if you can't. Every little bit counts. And right now I'm out of work and stuff for the most part, but I'm doing okay, and I know that there's plenty of people that are worse off, so I just want to give you guys some good music. But you will be able to donate through YouTube in the future, I think. I'm just working the kinks out, one step at a time. We're still getting everything dialed in with this membership thing that I'm working on. It's either going to be through Patreon or YouTube, so But hey, I appreciate you guys. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy the show, and I hope you stay safe and stay healthy. So this next one here is New Silver Breeze. right. That one's always nice and mellow to play. That one's my little tune dedicated to Brazil. All right. What shall we do next? Maybe I'll do Rainfall. New Silver Breeze tab. Is that one that we already did? Did we not do that one? I thought we did that one. Let's see. What's up? What's up, Lucas? Luca's awesome. Luca's been learning some of my stuff. Luca Pizza Mano. But let me see. I thought that we did that one already. Yeah, that one's dedicated to Brazil. Thanks, Archie. And thank you, Rohith. Everything's doing okay, man. I'm just going to keep on working on music. War games, huh? Yeah, should I do war games? It's been a little bit. All right, let's see. Let's see where the tabs are. Transcription says string slinger, rainfall, alternate pathways, returning on. Yeah, I haven't done New Silver Breeze yet. Huh? I was working on it, but I stopped just because I figured that I would, save some of the tab releases for the Patreon or YouTube membership, whatever it is that I decide to end up doing with this launch that I'm building up for. It's taken so much time, but I've just been fine-tuning it all for you guys, getting all this new camera equipment and live stream equipment, everything ready, and learning new editing software with Final Cut Pro and stuff. But I will do a tab for New Silver Breeze along with the other tunes from the Adrian Belew Project album, the Candy Rat album that I did last year. We're going to get the whole thing finished tabbing and make like kind of a PDF book kind of thing. And that'll be something that I release in pieces and parts for members before it comes out in public. So keep your eyes open for that. I will definitely play war games, but first I think we're going to tune. I already started tuning to Rainfall here, and yeah, I'll give you some tips on it right now. Actually, that'll be fun. You know what we'll do is we'll kind of dissect it a little bit, which is something that I sort of did while doing the final tracking in the studio with Antoine. So this was one of the tunes when I went in to do this album. I recorded with Antoine Dufour for the second time. This is the second album I recorded with him, and we're pretty used to working with each other. But this song in particular wasn't really done when I got there to track. So I saved it for last, and we sort of sat down and looked at it from a producer's viewpoint and sort of pieced together a few parts. So he really actually helped with the final product of this tune, Rainfall, here. And I called it Rainfall just because it was raining a ton in Montreal when I was recording there. So, didn't get too creative with the title, but I was really inspired by a lot of synthwave and electronic music that I've been listening to, and that's sort of like the tempo and structure that I was going for. It's in like kind of this weird major 7 tuning, and my strings are getting a little floppy, so it's not wanting to stay perfectly in tune. But you kind of got to get used to playing with strings that aren't going to be perfectly in pitch. You got to do that because when you travel, your guitar is constantly, the top's constantly moving, right? So you got to get used to just kind of having a little bit of vibrato when you play some of those chords in the upper register that end up having challenges with the intonation. But I think this sounds okay. It's got a kind of nice major 7 thing. Yeah, we're definitely gonna play Rainfall. Yeah, Don. Yeah, oh yeah, we all agree Antoine's a genius. That's for sure, Archie. But Don, yeah, when it comes to migrating more of my content to a focused platform like YouTube. There's a couple of reasons for that. To be honest, Facebook is really, really challenging when it comes to reach. It typically requires money to have any effect when it comes to posting and marketing anything content-wise. But yes, I will still be, posting on Facebook, so to speak. That's probably how you saw this thing right now, maybe. Or, you said you had a bell notification. But, I will be posting stuff still to Facebook and Instagram, but it won't be quite the same as what I release on YouTube. I'm going to post more clips and pieces and parts of things from YouTube onto Facebook and Instagram. But the reason for that is simply because I need to focus on something to be able to get the ball rolling, so to speak. And YouTube's just sort of the best platform right now for what I'm doing between live streaming and 4K content and stuff like that. My OCD's freaking out. Hold on, I gotta move it. Just boom. So stupid, but I had to just move that. All right. It's something that I'm still figuring out, but yeah. Yeah, I definitely can stream on multiple platforms. I'm gonna definitely try doing that a little bit. I've seen that before too. The thing about streaming on multiple platforms at the same time that you're talking about, that's called simulcasting, simultaneous broadcasting. But that costs extra money to use a service that will, aggregate that for you. So something like that's anywhere from, $15 to $30 a month and up. And, I'm not complaining, but the point is that before I start dumping more and more money into the endless monthly things that we all accumulate, I'm going to focus on one platform at a time. But yes, I have looked into doing like streaming to, say, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at the same time. I might be doing something like that in the future. Hey, what's up? Al from Montreal. What's up, Subgod? What's up, Kyle Polsk? Oh, is that Kyle Polskamp? What's up, homie? We'll see what happens. But let's see. Let's check out the song "Return to Dawn" real quick. Let's see the tempo for "Return to Dawn." That's like a nice slow down tempo one. I think that's like kind of about 84, 80, maybe. Yeah. Let's try it. And, just for the sake of it, let's see how we're doing our dry mix here. Let's bring that a little bit down. Bring the echo and feedback a little bit down. All right. All right, Return to Dawn. So yeah, this one, if you actually break it down in different segments, that's the way I kind of learned a lot of these songs for the first time getting into acoustic fingerstyle, right? Is I learned by separating a lot of the rhythm and chords and melody and stuff like that. So this was something that I sort of thought of in a similar fashion to how I dissected some tunes in the past when I'm learning. So what I did is I sort of picked, a little progression, so to speak, and I started with just the bass. I think I remember it was something like, and I remember just trying to figure real simple. We'll build up to it, but I remember it was, this was like kind of a drop tuning, right? So I can sort of start adding to it, just adding an extra note, right? Building up a chord, and then at first I was like doing just bar chord, right? And then I was like, that's, let's not do that. Let's do something a little bit different. Let's, flatten one of those. So all I did was flatten one of those strings, right? And literally I just kept repeating those same three little, movements. And just adding another little wrinkle, so to speak, as Don Ross would put it. So, you know, I thought just bass. Then I added, you know, another chunk, another wrinkle. Then I started adding another one, was like, let's not do power chords, let's flat. That was at the third or the fifth, I don't know. All right. And then we're gonna add another wrinkle. And then I realized that the open strings can start coming into play. Add an ostinato pattern. That's where you tap and hammer on pull off in the left hand. And that's when it sort of came to a point where it was like, okay, now I can sort of play with some tempos, right? And I started listening to some different tracks that are, you know, don't even have a guitar in it, like electronic music, like down tempo, kind of synth wave, chill wave stuff, and just started feeling those tempos and beats and imagining this little progression and how it might feel. And then I started, of course, playing with it, you know, like, I know you can hear my arm kind of suction cupping off the guitar. I got a microphone in here. And little fun fact, the way you avoid that, me and Antoine in the studio situations and stuff where you really can't have that get, you know, embalmed into the recording, you use baby powder, a little bit of baby powder, just some on your hands on the top of your guitar, and you won't get that. It's because I'm starting to sweat, right? So you just have to ignore that sound because I got that microphone in there. But I started adding a little backbeat tempo to this progression, and that's how I started coming up with the actual real skeleton of the song. Then, you know, you start adding a melody, which in this case I did with the harmonics in the higher register here. So now I'll start kind of working our way up to actually playing Rainfall here. kind of went off on a little tangent there, but I like to have fun when I play my tunes, you know. I spend a lot of my time improvising within my pieces for a long time before they come into fruition. Some pieces, you know, they just come out and they're ready to go, right? But so a lot of pieces, you know, it's a work in progress for me. I kind of hammer away and chisel away. What up, Steven? How you doing, bro? Good to hear you, man. Man, I'm glad that I gave you goosebumps. Yeah, I got my setup all running here with this is an all UA plugin setup here, but I got an analog tone bone from Radial, and then I've got a mic and a piezo stereo split coming out here with a separate preamp for that. But most of this is all digital plugins, man. I mean, it's great. Just got those 610B preamps, and then you know, I'm running an 1176 with a Pultec just to kind of get like a really good limiter compression kind of thing going on, and just kind of give a good EQ boost to some of the lower frequencies, kind of give it that nice thick chunky like, you know. Then I got a couple Cambridge EQs, some surgical EQs. I got one in the front of the chain and one in the bottom of the chain, just to kind of cut some of those frequencies that are clashing in the overtone range. And then reverb and is just a Lexicon 224, and then just an old tape echo. So yeah, I know that's all like jargon to half of you, but Steven and I, we know this stuff, and I've been talking with Neural DSP a little bit about maybe designing a plugin that can kind of get this modern fingerstyle sound out there for you guys. Me and Antoine have been really trying to design more and more studio sounds using plugins, and we love the work that the Neural guys do for electric guitar, but who knows, maybe there's a way to get an electric acoustic kind of a sound going in the plugin realm. So, but yeah, let's tune up here a little bit, play another tune for you. Maybe we'll play War Games. How about that one? That one's a nice heavy percussive one. I've got a mix that I really like with the microphone, internal microphone. I got like a little condenser mic inside my guitar right now from a company called Envy Tone. I believe they're it's a German company, and the product is really, really, really amazing too. But let's tune up here to this little minor tuning. We're in that nice major 7 tuning on the 7 string here, but now we're gonna go up to that same minor tuning I was in before. We're gonna play some of those same scales, but War Games is a really fun, groovy, polyrhythmic tune. So I first wrote this tune when a friend of mine went off to the military and never came back. So I know it's kind of a badass tune, right? But it's actually comes from a kind of a sad place. But you know, I like to churn up some inspiration no matter what the situation is. All right. Greetings from Ukraine, Arturka. Nice to meet you. Thanks for tuning in to today's little surprise stream here on YouTube. We're going to be picking a dedicated time and day and doing a weekly stream, working our way up to a twice weekly and 3 times weekly kind of thing. Since there are no live performances right now that I'm doing besides occasional local things run by the city here in Sacramento. But there are occasional events popping up here. It's starting to happen. We're starting to get there. All right. Let's get a little tempo going here for War Games. Let's see. No, do not open the I/O matrix. Open the tempo. There we go. All right. I think that's it. I think that's the one. All right. All right. Let's see how this goes. Let's play around a little bit with, and then we'll work our way into my tune War Games. Let's get a little hydrated first, though. Stay hydrated, y'all. I'm out here in California, and it is damn near on fire, not too far from here. We got a lot of smoke in the air. I even have some friends that are in risky areas, so worried about them. Hope they're doing okay. But stay hydrated, stay rested, stay ready. All right. This one's called War Games, but we're going to kind of improv our way into it. I'm going to have some fun, because I can. It's my stream. right. That one's a workout. uh, yeah, war games. You know, the technique for that one really got inspired by I mean, obviously I have a background with martial arts that really inspired it, doing a lot of the hand techniques and connecting the dots when it comes to circular motion and energy, kinetic energy and rhythm and stuff like that. There's a lot of parallels in the martial arts realm and the music realm, but the actual hand technique itself, I remember I saw Otmar Liebert play, and he was playing not just solo, but with his trio, I believe Luna Negra as well. And he had this percussionist, this hand percussionist that had this hybrid hand percussion kit kind of thing going on. And he had these wooden blocks, like think like a cajon, but it was up on a rack in front of him, and he would hit them like this with these and they had these little cutting etching kind of things. They'd be kind of like kind of a different like kind of tonality to each little pop that he would do, and he would snake his hand to do these like rhythmic patterns. And I started watching him and was like, wait a second, I see where that motion's coming from. I see where that's going. And I started adapting it, trying to just, actually, I remember at first I tried doing it with just the right hand, you know? So, like, I got a little string rag. Oop. There we go. So I tried just doing, I remember I did a lot of like challenges where I'd put like one hand behind my back, right? And I'd try to do rhythmic counts, maybe along with a track, maybe along with a world percussion beat or like a jazz percussion lesson or something on YouTube like that. And I would sit there and just try kick, snare, toms, kick, snare, toms. You got high tones, mid tones, low tones. I'm keeping my other hand behind my back, right? I'm not even holding the guitar. I'm like balancing it right now. I got a strap, so I won't drop it. But I would find my drum kit first, and then I would practice with a metronome or along to different tracks that I was familiar with, or ones that I wasn't familiar with to get used to new kind of rhythms, counts, that kind of thing. Because you can do a kick up here too, right? So kick up here gives you more access to the strings, and you can do more percussive things with the strings or actually playing notes along with this stuff, which is the idea, right? But I do love the strength and clarity of doing a kick and the lower bout here. And a snare down here is also much more defined and focused too, versus, although I'm doing a pretty good job of making that snare pretty loud. But the cool thing about doing a snare right here, even though it damages that lower bout a lot of times, the lower rosette bout here, you can catch the strings down here. So right, I was doing with one hand behind my back. Right now we're gonna open the strings back up, and now we're gonna try to add some notes, right? So what I started doing was just doing kind of muted counts with the left hand by just resting the hand to where you don't have any audible notes going on, but you can pop the strings with one of the fingers that's behind the other fingers, right? So that you don't, accidentally like create a bitone sound. So you pop the finger behind as if you're doing a string mute kind of thing. And you get used to doing a consistent pop, just counting meter almost with your left hand. And you kind of get this left-right hand synchronization thing going. It's like kind of like a closed hi-hat. Really boring, counts and stuff right now, but kick, hi-hat, snare, hi-hat, kick, hi-hat, snare, hi-hat, kick, hi-hat, snare, hi-hat, kick, hi-hat, snare, hi-hat, kick, hi-hat, snare, and you add toms and stuff, right? And right there, I'm just catching different motions with my hand movement and just gently popping the top. Probably sounds more intense than it is, but really I'm not doing that much when it comes to hitting the guitar. But we got to add notes now. So get used to using that left hand meter count, and then you can start turning it into taps, right? So let's just add like a bass line. So we'll start with kick. Add a little hi-hat. Snare. Toms. Then we're going to add bass. Harmony. Melody. Now we got a little song. But it all comes from just building up your drum kit and just kind of getting a solid foundation going. Kind of like a band, right? So there's your little fun exercise for that. Now let's see how much time I'm doing. You know, I think we're going to do one more song here, maybe improvise our way into it. And you know what that song's going to be, so. But, yeah, I think we're going to close off the stream after this today. If you guys have any specific questions you want me to answer, you know, ask them while I'm doing this little performance, and I'll answer them before I sign off here. But thanks for tuning in to a little surprise Saturday stream number 2 here. We are going to be doing a regular stream and announcing it with like a regular flyer and poster kind of thing, making it a dedicated time and day of the week. Then we're going to work our way up to doing it more often in the week. And then, yeah, we might do simulcasting between YouTube and Facebook, and then eventually do some Twitch stuff with gaming. But for now, we're going to stick to YouTube. And eventually, we will be launching this membership service. We're still looking at Patreon, but we might use YouTube as a service membership instead, or we might incorporate it into my website. So still figuring out the kinks, but it is coming, folks. I appreciate your patience. Lots of new stuff's coming, new releases, new instructional content, and just lots of content in general. So keep your eyes and ears open on my channels, and then Candy Rat will be hosting some of the releases as well. So yeah, keep your eyes and ears open. So I think I'm gonna improvise a little bit with the same tuning as String Slinger, and then we're gonna make our way into String Slinger and close it off. And we'll do, what is it? I think it's 125. All right, let's have some fun before we close this out, y'all. Thanks again. Happy Saturday. And we're going to do one last little performance here before we finish off. So if you got questions, ask them now, and I'll answer them before we finish. Thanks again, y'all. right, I am pouring sweat. It's really hot in my apartment here right now. I'm going to turn the AC on and log off from today's live stream, but I'm just going to really quick scan through here, see if there's any questions. How much do I practice? I practiced a lot growing up on electric guitar and classical guitar. I used to skip school and practice for 8 hours a day. I mean, my friends would be like, "What are you doing? That's not why we're skipping school." And I'd be like, "I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go practice." And I would bring my guitar to schoal, and teachers would be like, "You got to do something besides play guitar, and you can't just play guitar forever and make a living." And I'd be like, "Watch me," you know? But I just, in the past, I think when I first got into fingerstyle was about 8 years ago, something like that, 9 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. And I was practicing all day, every day, trying to dissect other tunes from other people and figure out how to, adapt and create my own technique and that sort of thing. And then, nowadays, I think I practice, at least a couple hours a day, sometimes more, sometimes less, but definitely play every day. You wish you could play like that? Just keep practicing, man. Keep practicing. I got my instructional series coming soon. It's coming soon. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I can't show you my collection right now just because the camera is on a still cam and it's all hooked up live, right? So in order to stream live 4K, you got to have this HDMI cable and it can only go 10 feet. So we're stuck where I am right now, but I will have some guitars hanging up here around my little mixing console soon. Everything's just in the closet with humidipacks and stuff in the other room that's humidified right now where I do my actual recording. But I will have some guitars up on display here. But this guitar here is my prototype 7-string signature. Well, not signature. We're doing a collaboration series model. Just because I'm not really into signatures, I don't think I need my name on it to put out a good guitar. But I'm going to endorse this guitar. I helped design it in Europe with Furk guitars, and it's one of a kind 7-string Furk guitar. And it's I'm trying to kind of make a new standard for acoustic steel 7 strings. So we're trying to make a really affordable, high quality production model that that you guys can really afford and get into, and it can really open up new avenues for fingerstyle and other styles. Because I don't think that a 7-string steel string has been done right quite yet. For a production model, of course. But the strings I use are Ernie Ball aluminum bronze. I only use Ernie Ball aluminum bronze because they just produce this certain tone in the low end and the mid range for me while still keeping that clarity in the high. Some people say they sound a little broken in compared to some other strings, but to be honest, I think that coated strings already sound sort of a little bit more dead in some of the mid and treble range, and the low end is always just non-existent in coated strings for me. And when it comes to low end, I mean like this extra B string, A string that I have here on the 7-string and on my baritone guitars, producing a really thick, heavy, defined low end that you get from like a lot of this metal bass and stuff like that. That's almost what I'm going for on acoustic, and that's never really been done in the kind of way I'm looking for sound wise. And the aluminum bronze strings, I got Ernie Ball to make me a couple test runs of a lower bass string in aluminum bronze because it's not available to the public yet, but we're working on getting a baritone set out there eventually. But it's the most defined bass note I've ever heard when it comes to that low end stuff. But with standard 6-string guitar, the aluminum bronze is great. I use the medium pack, the 13s. I don't like it to go anything lighter than that. And that, I think, plays into what some people have heard as sounding a little bit thinner and tinier with the aluminum bronze strings on a standard 6-string. And it's because I think that they need to be beefed up to 13s, not 12s. So string theory, yeah, I am. I'll probably talk about. I'll probably talk to them about doing a string theory. I'm really good friends with the guys at Ernie Ball, and they take great care of me. They're wonderful people, wonderful company. So who knows? Maybe we'll do a string theory episode one of these days. But do I have a Patreon account? I do, but it's not launched yet. I'm going to be launching it probably soon. We're probably going to do Patreon. That's what we've been editing and filming and stuff for, but. I don't know. I'm considering YouTube as a membership too, or even incorporating it into my website, So we'll see what happens, but it is being worked on. It is coming. So, so yeah, I mean, I'm glad you guys liked it. Thank you so much for enjoying the today's live stream and everything, everyone. I think I'm going to go ahead and log off and sign out here today, but we will be doing some more live streams. I got a new lens coming and more content coming. New tracks are being worked on right now, and mixing and stuff will go into that phase pretty soon, and you guys will get some more announcements and little samples of the new releases we're working on for Candy Rat. But until then, I will be doing these weekly live streams. I think this week I'm going to design a little poster, a little flyer, that sort of thing that announces the live stream weekly thing with a designated time and day of the week. And then that way you guys can always count on me being here. And we'll work our way up further and further into doing more streams during the week, that sort of thing. And eventually I'll be doing some game streaming too, just like retro games that inspire me. I'm not really much of a modern gamer, but I love retro games. And we might do a little bit of that on Twitch in the future, who knows. But we're going to focus on music right now. And thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Stay safe and stay healthy out there, folks. And, just keep your eyes and ears open because we got lots of new content and things coming your way, okay? Adrian Ballou, over and out.